Hi to all. In this video, we are going to see about shaped pole starting induction motor or shaded pole starting induction motor. As we know, induction motors, single phase induction motors are not self-starting motors because of there is no rotating magnetic field will be present. The magnetic field will be present in single phase induction motors or double revolving field theory type of magnetic field will be generated. Because of that double revolving field theory, the motors will not self starts. Okay, to overcome that, we are going for some techniques. One is shaded pole or shaped pole starting, another is capacitor start and capacitor run motor, another is uh, phase split. Okay, here shaded pole motors, normally what they will do, the motor consists of yoke to which salient poles are fitted as shown in figure 4.14. Okay, and it has a squirrel cage type rotors. Okay, a saddle pole made of laminated sheets has a slot cut across the lamination at about one third of distance from the edge of the pole. Okay, from this diagram, see here, the one third of the from the pole edge, from one third the pole itself cutted. Okay, around a smaller portion of pole, a short circuit copper ring. See here, the pole will be cutted one third. In that one third, we are going to wound copper ring, not a copper coil. Okay, so the pole, around the pole excited coil, around the smaller portion, a short circuit copper ring is placed, which is called the shading coil, and this part of the pole is known as shaded part of the pole. The remaining part of the pole is called unshaded part of the, which is clearly shown in the figure B. Okay, around the pole, exciting coils are placed to which an AC supply is connected. When AC supply is affected to the exciting coil, the magnetic axis shifts from the unshaded part of the pole to the shaded part, as will be the explained in details in next paragraph. Okay, so what will happen? The magnetic axis, okay, from this diagram, sorry, next diagram, you came to know, yeah, from this diagram you came to know the magnetic axis, initially it will be in unshaded part, after some time it transfer to shaded part. Okay, so the coil placed is okay, the magnetic axis shifts from unshaded part of the pole to the shaded part, as will be the explained details. Okay, the magnetic axis which is moving cuts the rotor conductors, hence a rotational torque is developed in the rotor. Understand, no? The magnetic axis, initially it will be in unshaded, after that it moves. Okay, so when the magnetic axis moves, the rotor will cutted by the magnetic axis also moves. Because of that, it starts to rotate. By this torque, the rotor starts rotating in the direction of the shifting of the magnetic axis, that is from the unshaded part to the shaded part. As the shaded coil is a thick copper, it will have very low resistance. When we go for thick coil, or thick conductor, the resistance value will be less. When we go for thin conductor, the resistance value will be more according to rho L by A, resistivity rho L by A. The area of conductor and resistivity will be in inversely proportional. When the area will be more, then resistivity will be less. So the same principle will be used here also. As the shader coil is a thick copper, so the resistance will be less. It will have very low resistance, but as it is embedded in the iron case, it will have high inductance. When the exciting winding is connected to an AC supply, a sine wave current passes through it. Okay, let us consider the positive half cycle of AC current as shown in the figure. For the positive half cycle, what will happen? Okay, see this diagram. Shifting of magnetic flux axis. Okay, when the current rises from 0 value to point 0 to point A. Okay, the sine wave. Let's check. The change in current is very rapid. Okay, change in current it's very rapid or very fast. Hence, it reduces the EMF in the shaded coil. On this basis of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the induced EMF in the shaded pole coil produces a current which in turn produces a flux in accordance with Lenz's law. This induced flux opposes the main flux in the shaded portion and reduces the main flux in that area to a minimum value as shown in the figure. This makes the magnetic axis to be in the center of the unshaded portion as shown by the arrow in part of figure. On the other hand, as shown in the figure, part of 2 and 3, when the current rises from point A to B, when the current rises from point A to B, okay, the changes in current is slow. The induced EMF and resulting current in the shading coil is minimum, and the main flux is able to pass through the shaded portion. This makes the magnetic axis to be shifted to the center of the whole pole as shown by the part 2 figure. In the next instant, as shown in the part 3, when the current falls from B to C, the changes in the current is fast, but the changes in the current from maximum to minimum. Hence, a large current is induced in the shading ring which opposes the dimensioning main flux, thereby increasing the flux density in the area of shaded part. This makes the magnetic axis to shift to the right portion of the shaded part as shown by the arrow in part. From the above explanations, it is clear that magnetic axis shifts from unshaded part to the shaded part, which is more or less physical rotary movement of the poles. That is very important point. Okay, simple motor of this type of can be reversed. Specially designed shaded pole motors have been constructed for reversing operations. Two such types: the double set of shading coil method, the double set of exciting winding method. Here we are not going to use any external capacitor, or we are not going to use any extra winding. Okay, so the torque will be very less this type of motors. So this motor applications, low starting torque, where we are using very little overload capacity and low efficiency. Okay, this motor don't have much efficiency. So this type of motors are used for record players and air dryers. Thank you.